Well, first off, these little jigs can work all year, but there's definitely certain situations where I think they will do better for you than full-size jigs. And I have a special place in my heart for finesse jigs. My very first check I ever cashed came from an event on Bull Shoals Lake where I was using finesse jigs. So I just have a special place for them, and I hope that you find them as exciting to use as I do. So what are those situations? First, if you have cold weather, okay, when that water temperature starts to get down there really low, the fish are a little more methodical in their movements. Cold water, winter type fishing, finesse jigs, I think, get considerably more bites than your full-size jigs. I'll use something like these little bitty bitsy flip jigs. Lots of anglers like a bitsy bug. Another place I will switch to finesse jigs is when it's a heavily pressured body of water. So even if it's a type of place the middle of the summertime where you're thinking, oh, a full-size jig is going to do well for me, but if there's a lot of anglers out there, you know, beating those same areas that you want to fish, downsizing your jig to something that is not only more compact, but definitely smaller in profile can pay off and then get you some bites from some pressured and finicky fish. If there are times when you want that really slow fall, finesse jigs can do a great job of this. You know, wacky rigs are so effective because of that shimmy on that slow fall. Now, a finesse jig doesn't have the same action as that stick bait, right? But there are times when we really want that fall to be as slow as possible. Might be when I've got less visibility in the water and I don't want that lure to shoot by them like I would in clear water. That is when a finesse jig can really stand out from something like a full-size half-ounce jig. Anytime that there are smallmouth bass in the water, well, I'm probably going to have some finesse jigs with me. They just like that smaller profile. And when you're working with these finesse jigs, make sure that your trailer keeps it compact, okay? So if you've got, you know, regular full-size soft plastic craws with you, go ahead and trim them down. I'm a huge fan of twin tail grubs, but some smaller body craws, smaller profile craws work really well. So just try to make the whole thing compact and as finesse as possible. I guess you could kind of think of it as like the Ned rig size for jig fishing. So that's that same type of idea, the finesse type look that we're going to use with these tiny jigs. And speaking of jigs, hey, if you would like to watch a video that talks about something that isn't just discussed a whole bunch in the jig fishing world, go ahead and watch this one right here. And make sure that you go out and encourage someone today. You never know how you might just change their life. For the Bass Fishing Life, I'm your host, Steve Rogers.